Elmer.
Morning, Elmer.
Morning, Elmer.
Morning, Mr. Dodson.
Morning, John. Anniversary. By George, an anniversary. You've been here 30 days, son. Considering your reputation as a rolling stone, I deem myself flattered.
Well, I should have known the best place to scratch an itchy foot was back home. Feels good, Mr. Dodson.
There's cause for a celebration. I tell you what, I'll take you to dinner at Mason House tonight. One way of getting a payment on their advertising bill.
Sounds good.
Morning, Jeremy.
Morning. John, you got a minute?
Oh, sure thing, Jeremy. Well, you haven't had a letter from home in weeks. This ought to cheer you up a little.
I don't know, John. I got a feeling, you know, like I had before I got that letter from the assay office yesterday. There's just something, I don't know.
Oh, now listen, hold on now. The doctor said you shouldn't get excited. Things will get better, you'll see. Dearest Jeremy, I was so glad to get your letter, even though I was disappointed to hear that the mine was not yet a proven proposition. Dear Jeremy, I hate to write this, but...
Trouble?
Yeah, trouble.
Johnny Yuma was a rebel. He roamed through the West. Did Johnny Yuma, the rebel, he wandered alone. Johnny Yuma.
And my heart breaks to think that now we'll have to wait even longer to be together again. Your loving wife, Ellen. Don't worry, Mr. Hake. It'll work out somehow.
Johnny, Mrs. Silver wants to change her ad. Why don't you run over and help her write it, huh?
Right away, Mr. Dodson. Why don't you go and rest in the back room for a while? We'll figure out something when I get back.
Where you been, Johnny?
I couldn't get away. Mrs. Silver had to fill me in on all the local gossip. It'll run 7 lines.
7 lines? The way she explained it to me, it should run 10 or 12 at least.
Well, she always talks too much. I boiled it down for her.
Boil down the charge, too, huh? You know, Johnny, a newspaper may have a literary soul, but its lifeblood is strictly monetary. Set it up under the livery stable ad.
All right. I'll look in on Mr. Hake first. He just had some bad news.
I figured that.
His daughter back east. She had an accident and both her legs broken.
Oh, no.
She needs an operation, probably more than one. If she's ever gonna walk again.
Poor Jeremy. That gold mine of his better start paying off.
It won't. He just got the final report back from the assayer's office. His claim's barren, not worth a cent.
Thus woe succeeds a woe as wave a wave. Well, let me know if I can do anything, Johnny.
When did Mr. Hake leave?
I didn't hear him go. What's the matter?
Took my scatter gun. I'm going out to a shack.
Where'd it happen, Sam?
About a mile out. Jeremy Hake done it.
Come on inside.
Scattergun sure don't help nobody's looks.
I could see it coming. Driven he was. Jeremy was just plain driven.
I tell you, Sheriff, there was no mistaking him. It was Jeremy Hake. Sure, he had a bandana across his face, but his voice and the way he grabbed at his chest, you know.
Why? Why did he kill the shotgun?
I don't know. Jeremy was standing out there yelling for us to throw down the bank pouch. We didn't even have it yet. We're supposed to pick it up here. He was so nervous I could see him shaking.
What happened? Jeremy Hake killed Charlie Slater, the shotgun.
But you knew he was sick. Why didn't you try to talk him out of it?
Well, I did. I think I could have talked him out of the whole thing, but, well, when I started to get down off the stage, well, you know how feisty Charlie was. He went for his gun. Jeremy panicked and, well, blew away. He let go.
Then what happened?
Well, that sort of snapped him out of it. I swear he almost bust out crying. He looked up at me sort of wild-like, and he just threw down that gun and lit out through the cottonwoods. I couldn't follow on account of Charlie.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
Funny thing, I feel awful bad about Charlie, but I can't help being sorry for Jeremy, too.
Gold fever. I told him to give it up. Everybody did. With his heart, he should have quit 6 months ago and gone back east.
For what, dying?
Yours, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah.
Ought to be more careful who you lend it to.
He took it, I didn't know. Going after him now?
No matter how it happened, Jeremy killed a man. It's my job to bring him in.
Yeah, it is.
We both know he's dying out there. Can't last alone. On the run. Same as being hung, isn't it?
You say so, Sheriff.
Won't help me none, though, to see it in print.
about, Johnny? Dead or alive?
The line's been having a lot of holdups lately. They need an example. He killed a man. So that's the way the stage line wants him, Miss Silver.
Then let his punishment come from the good Lord. Hasn't the poor man suffered enough? You're too nice a boy, Johnny, to be a party to anything like this. Now you take those posters and go on.
Yes, ma'am.
$1,000. Jeremy Hake, dead or alive?
Come on. Johnny?
Can't you do anything right, Mr. Hake? You shouldn't have come back to town.
I need help.
Nobody can help you now.
You can.
Well, I got a few dollars, but it won't get you far.
No. I want you to turn me in.
Turn you in?
This says $1,000 reward, doesn't it?
I'm no bounty hunter.
I didn't mean to kill nobody. I want that man's family to have part of the money. The rest is for my wife and daughter. Just enough for the doctor.
Stage line will take care of Charlie's wife. Besides, I can't turn you in.
Don't you see it? It's the only way I can give Ellen and Jean something.
Get yourself a noose.
I'm dying anyway. It don't make any difference how.
And turn yourself in.
Sure. I'd turn myself in. You think they'd give me the reward? Sooner or later, somebody will get me. He'll take the whole thing. Please, Johnny. My whole life's been wasted. Don't let me die for nothing, too.
Redfern's been out all night looking for Jeremy.
They're just miserable buzzards. Trying to make money out of a human life.
Your father was sheriff of this town for 15 years. Died for it. What would Ned Yuma think about this?
What about the reward?
But Jeremy was your friend. And you want to go out and hunt him down like an animal?
Just make sure the money's here and waiting.
Sure. Grab it and run before the folks around town find out about it.
When will you get it, Sheriff?
I have to wire the main office at Tucson. You'll get your blood money when you bring 'em in. And Yuma, I'd like to see what kind of story you write about this.
John, I want to talk to you.
News travels fast.
particularly bad news.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dodson.
John, you haven't changed that much. I knew you pretty well before you left Mason City. Your letters told me a lot more. They told me you couldn't possibly do a thing like this.
Not even for $1,000?
Ma Silvers, Jeb Andrews, all the merchants threatened to pull their advertising unless I fire you.
Figures.
I know you're hiding something, John. You're going to suffer for it. I figure it's worth the doing, but I'd appreciate a little ammunition.
It's all right here, Mr. Dodson. Only trouble is you can't use it any more than I can. We'd be jumping a dead man's claim.
What's the matter with you, John? This belongs on the front page. Everybody should know.
Nobody can know. It'd be the same as Jeremy giving himself up. He'd never get the reward.
He'd be bending the law a little, but Sheriff Cahill would understand.
Stage line wouldn't. And I rightly can't say I blame them either. Mr. Hake? Mr. Hake?
Johnny, over here. I thought you'd never come. Did you talk to the sheriff?
Yeah, the money will be there.
He'll give it to you?
As soon as I bring you in, we better get going.
Just one last favor. A letter to my wife? You don't have no paper and pencil, but maybe you could remember it. A thing like this, and set it down later.
All right. Go ahead.
Dearest Ellen, so terrible sorry to hear of accident. Please don't worry. Everything come right. My claim is paying off, and I can send you all the money you'll need. It's truly the Lord's will that in our darkest moment, He should grant me this good fortune.
I'll remember it.
Come on out, Hick. We're taking you in. Yuma! We don't want you. We'll let you go.
Just send out Hake. I'm bringing Jeremy in. We ain't gonna argue with you, Yuma. Come on now, or we'll get both of you. The price is the same for Hake. On his feet or on his back. Hey, what do we do? We can't get out. He doesn't get us either. He told the sheriff you bring me in, and he's got the money. One thing at a time. Kill me, Johnny. Kill me right now to prove you really got me. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's the only way, John. Not for me, it isn't. Damn it.
To help you.
I know.
The reward.
We'll get it right now. Come on.
I hope you're proud, Yuma. You got your pound of flesh.
Johnny?
Take it easy. Take it easy, Mr. Hake.
The money?
Sheriff Cahill gave me a bank draft. I filled in Ellen's name. I'll send it along with your letter. Mr. Hake? Don't have to worry about a hanging now.
Dodson told me everything, Johnny. I'm sorry for letting myself think.
I told you to understand, John. No one else will know.
The stage line.
Got what it paid for.
Here's something to remember the bulletin by. Only one copy for you. I wanted you to see your story in print.
Thanks, Mr. Dodson.
Maybe you can stay, son. In time, they might forget.
No, if I stay, they'll find out. It's better this way. I'll write to you. And Mr. Dodson, thanks for a month of home.
Come on, get out of Mason City. Judas.
Your dad'd sure be proud of you.
Was it worth it, Yuma? That money won't spend here.
Why don't you ride out, Drifter?
Hake was supposed to be your friend.
Johnny Yuma was a rebel. He roamed through the West. Did Johnny Yuma the rebel? He wandered alone. He got fighting mad, this rebel lad. He packed no star as he wandered far, where the only law was a hook and a draw. The rebel,
away,
Johnny
away
Yuma.
rode the rebel.
He searched the land, this restless lad. He was panther quick and leather tough, if he figured that he'd been pushed enough. The rebel,
John Yuma.
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.